Always be silent in 5 situations, for silence is a powerful tool that can guide you through life's challenges with grace and wisdom. In moments of anger, when words can do irreversible damage, silence provides the opportunity to reflect before responding. It helps you avoid escalating conflicts and allows for thoughtful, measured reactions. Similarly, in moments of confusion or uncertainty, silence enables you to process information and clarify your thoughts before speaking. In situations where gossip or negativity arises, silence becomes a shield, protecting you from participating in conversations that foster division or harm. Silence is a remarkable response in moments of anger, a force often underestimated yet profoundly impactful. When anger arises, the natural urge is to react swiftly, to give voice to frustrations, and to justify one's emotions. However, speaking in anger frequently leads to harm, both to others and oneself. Words spoken in the heat of the moment can cut deep, leaving scars that apologies may never fully erase. In the whirlwind of anger, judgment becomes clouded, and even the most well-meaning statements can escalate into regretful confrontations. Anger magnifies perceptions of wrongs, making minor issues appear monumental and fueling a desire to lash out rather than address the root cause. Choosing silence in moments of anger is not a passive action, but an intentional decision to protect one's peace and dignity. By pausing in silence, we allow emotions to settle and regain clarity, ensuring our actions align with our values. In this pause lies clarity, the ability to see beyond the intensity of the moment and assess the situation with a calm and measured perspective. The restraint required to remain silent is an act of immense self-control and emotional maturity. It demonstrates strength, the power to prioritize thoughtful responses over impulsive reactions. Silence in anger communicates that emotions, while valid, need not govern one's words or actions. The strength of silence lies in its ability to prevent irreversible damage. Words are powerful tools, and once spoken, they cannot be retrieved. Apologies can mend some wounds, but the memory of harsh words often lingers, affecting relationships and trust. By holding back in moments of anger, individuals safeguard not only the feelings of others, but also their own integrity and peace of mind. Silence provides the opportunity to process the underlying causes of anger, uncovering its roots, whether they stem from hurt, fear, frustration, or a sense of injustice. This introspection allows individuals to address their emotions constructively rather than destructively. Moreover, silence in anger disarms tension. When confronted with aggression or provocation, responding with calm silence can shift the dynamic entirely. It creates an unexpected pause that disrupts the cycle of escalating anger. The absence of immediate retaliation can prompt the other party to reflect on their own words and actions, fostering an environment where genuine understanding can emerge. Silence in this way acts as a diffuser, breaking the chain reaction of conflict and paving the way for resolution rather than further discord. Choosing silence also sends a message of respect, both for oneself and for others. It signals a refusal to engage in destructive exchanges and a commitment to maintaining healthy communication. This does not mean suppressing emotions or avoiding necessary conversations. Rather, it means choosing the right time and approach to express those emotions in a way that promotes understanding and resolution. Silence is not avoidance. It is strategy. It is the wisdom to wait for the storm to pass before addressing the underlying issues with clarity and intention. Through silence, individuals cultivate emotional resilience. It is a skill that grows with practice, requiring patience and mindfulness. By consistently choosing silence over reactive speech, one learns to navigate anger with grace and composure. This practice not only benefits personal well-being, but also strengthens relationships. It shows others that their feelings and perspectives are valued even in moments of disagreement. It demonstrates a commitment to harmony over discord and conveys a sense of stability that can inspire trust and respect. Silence in anger is also an act of self-preservation. It protects the individual from being consumed by negativity, allowing them to stay centered amidst emotional turmoil. Anger, when unchecked, has the power to drain energy and cloud judgment. Silence serves as a barrier against this, enabling individuals to maintain their focus and balance. It is a way of saying, I will not let this moment define me. I will not allow fleeting emotions to compromise my values or my relationships. The ability to stay silent during anger reflects profound emotional intelligence. It requires recognizing that the immediate satisfaction of venting is rarely worth the long-term consequences. It involves understanding that silence is not a sign of weakness, but a testament to strength, a refusal to let emotions overpower reason. Silence gives one the upper hand, not in terms of winning an argument, but in preserving peace and dignity. It shifts the focus from reacting to resolving, from conflict to connection. Furthermore, silence offers a chance to reframe the situation. In the heat of anger, it can be challenging to see the broader perspective. The act of staying silent encourages a pause, during which one can assess not only the current situation, but also the desired outcome. It allows individuals to consider their intentions. Do they want to hurt or heal? Do they want to escalate the conflict or find common ground? Silence provides the space to make those choices deliberately rather than impulsively. In moments of anger, silence also allows time for the other party to reflect. Often, when met with calmness rather than confrontation, people begin to recognize their own role in the conflict. This creates an opening for dialogue that is not dominated by blame or defensiveness, but driven by a genuine desire to understand and resolve differences. Silence, therefore, is not just a personal act of self-control, but a catalyst for mutual growth and understanding. Silence teaches patience. It reminds individuals that not every issue needs immediate resolution, that some situations benefit from time and perspective. Anger demands action, often in haste, but silence embodies the wisdom of waiting. It acknowledges that clarity often comes not in the heat of the moment, but in the stillness that follows. Silence is a teacher, guiding individuals toward more thoughtful, intentional living. By embracing silence in moments of anger, individuals unlock a powerful tool for self-improvement and relational harmony. It transforms the energy of anger into an opportunity for growth, turning potential conflict into a pathway for deeper understanding. Silence, when chosen wisely, becomes not just a response, but a profound expression of strength, wisdom, and grace. Silence becomes a valuable tool when faced with situations where the facts are incomplete or unclear. The instinct to react immediately, to fill the void with words or opinions, often leads to misunderstandings and unnecessary complications. Speaking prematurely can create a chain reaction of misjudgments, setting a course that is difficult to correct. Silence, on the other hand, offers the space and time needed to gather the missing pieces, to see the broader picture, and to ensure that responses are thoughtful rather than impulsive. When facts are missing, every word spoken carries the risk of being rooted in assumption rather than reality. Assumptions can distort perceptions and escalate minor issues into significant problems. Silence allows the mind to pause, to resist the urge to draw conclusions based on incomplete evidence. In that pause, there is room to question, to reflect, and to seek clarity. This restraint is not merely about avoiding error, but about showing respect for the complexity of situations and the perspectives of others. It acknowledges that wisdom often lies in what is not immediately visible. Silence in these moments is an act of humility. It is the recognition that one does not have all the answers, and that rushing to speak can close the door to further understanding. The willingness to remain silent is a testament to emotional intelligence, a choice to prioritize learning over the immediate need to assert oneself. Silence creates a buffer, a space where curiosity can thrive and where the truth has the opportunity to emerge. It demonstrates patience and a respect for the process of uncovering what is real and meaningful. Through silence, one can listen more deeply, not only to what others are saying, but also to what they may be leaving unsaid. Often the most important insights are found not in explicit statements, but in subtle cues, in the emotions and intentions that words may not fully convey. By choosing silence, individuals become better observers, attuned to the nuances of communication. This attentiveness can reveal layers of meaning that would otherwise go unnoticed, enriching understanding and fostering deeper connections. The discipline of silence also protects relationships. When people speak without all the facts, they risk making statements that may harm trust or create unnecessary tension. Silence prevents this by offering the time to evaluate the implications of one's words. It ensures that when one does speak, their words carry the weight of thoughtfulness and integrity. This approach not only safeguards the speaker's credibility, but also reinforces the foundation of mutual respect and understanding in their interactions. Silence is not an avoidance of responsibility. It is a deliberate choice to act with intention. In moments where facts are missing, silence provides an opportunity to observe and gather information. It is a way of ensuring that responses are informed and aligned with the values of fairness and truth. This thoughtful approach builds credibility and fosters an environment where conversations are grounded in reality rather than speculation. It sends a powerful message that understanding and accuracy are more important than the rush to have the first word. When silence is practiced, it also influences the dynamics of communication with others. It signals a willingness to listen, an openness to hear different perspectives without immediately interjecting. This fosters a sense of trust and safety, encouraging others to share more openly and honestly. Silence becomes a bridge, connecting people through the shared effort of uncovering the truth. It transforms conversations from exchanges of opinions into collaborative explorations of meaning. In challenging situations, silence also serves as a protective measure. Speaking without complete information can lead to embarrassment, regret, or even harm to one's reputation. Silence avoids these pitfalls by ensuring that every word spoken is carefully considered. It gives the speaker control over their narrative, allowing them to shape their message with precision and clarity. This approach not only protects the individual, but also enhances the quality of the dialogue, making it more productive and meaningful. Silence allows time for self-reflection, offering a moment to examine one's thoughts and emotions. In the absence of immediate reaction, individuals can assess their own biases and assumptions, gaining a clearer understanding of their perspective. This introspection is crucial for personal growth and for approaching situations with empathy and fairness. Silence provides a space needed to separate emotion from logic, ensuring that responses are both reasoned and compassionate. In the face of incomplete facts, silence is also a way to cultivate patience. It is a reminder that not everything requires an immediate response, that some situations benefit from time and careful thought. Patience allows for a deeper understanding of the situation and the people involved, enabling more effective and constructive communication. Silence embodies this patience, showing that wisdom often requires waiting for the full picture to unfold. Silence is an act of strength, not weakness. It demonstrates confidence in one's ability to navigate complexity without succumbing to the pressure of immediate action. It shows that one values the truth more than the need to be heard, that understanding is prioritized over the appearance of certainty. This kind of strength builds credibility and inspires respect, as it reflects a commitment to thoughtful and intentional living. When someone is venting, silence becomes an extraordinary gift, a powerful act of presence that offers support without interference, In moments of emotional expression, people often do not seek solutions or advice. Instead, they crave understanding, a space to release their emotions without judgment or interruption. Speaking too soon, even with the best intentions, risks invalidating their feelings or shifting the focus away from what they need. Silence, on the other hand, creates an open and accepting environment where emotions can flow freely. Silence during venting is not passive. It is an active form of support. By choosing to listen without interjecting, you communicate that their feelings matter and that they are heard. This silent affirmation allows the person venting to feel safe in their vulnerability, knowing that they are not being judged or dismissed. It is a way of saying, "I am here for you," without uttering a single word. This reassurance fosters trust and deepens the connection between both parties, building a foundation of empathy and mutual respect. In moments of venting, emotions often run high, and words may be exaggerated, raw, or not entirely reflective of the person's true feelings. Interrupting with advice or solutions can inadvertently dismiss their emotional process, leaving them feeling unheard or misunderstood. Silence, however, provides the space they need to process their thoughts and emotions aloud. It allows them to untangle the complexities of their feelings in their own time and at their own pace. This process is deeply cathartic, as it helps them navigate through the storm of emotions to find clarity and relief. The role of silence in these moments is transformative. It shifts the focus from trying to fix the situation to simply being present. People often feel pressured to offer solutions when someone vents, believing it to be the most helpful response. Yet more often than not, the act of venting is itself the solution. It is a release, a way of lightening the emotional burden they carry. Silence allows them to offload that weight, to feel supported without the added pressure of addressing their emotions prematurely. It demonstrates respect for their process and a recognition that their emotions are valid, even if they are temporary or unresolved. Silence also encourages deeper listening, a skill that is often overlooked in conversations. True listening requires setting aside one's own thoughts and focusing entirely on the other person's words, emotions, and needs. By remaining silent while someone vents, you give yourself the opportunity to fully absorb what they are saying, not just the surface level words, but the deeper feelings and experiences behind them. This kind of attentive listening fosters a profound understanding, helping you to connect with their perspective and emotions in a meaningful way. Moreover, silence allows for self-discovery on the part of the person venting. As they articulate their thoughts and emotions, they may begin to hear themselves more clearly, uncovering insights or realizations they hadn't considered before. This self-reflection is a natural outcome of venting, and it is facilitated by the quiet presence of a supportive listener. By resisting the urge to interrupt or steer the conversation, you allow them the freedom to explore their emotions and arrive at their own conclusions. In this way, silence not only supports them in the moment, but also empowers them to grow and learn from their experiences. In situations where someone is venting, silence also serves as a form of respect. It acknowledges their right to express themselves fully without interference or judgment. This respect is particularly important in moments of heightened emotion, where even well-intentioned words can feel dismissive or invalidating. Silence communicates that you value their feelings and that you are willing to hold space for them, no matter how messy or intense their emotions may be. This kind of respect strengthens relationships as it demonstrates a commitment to understanding and supporting one another. The power of silence lies in its ability to create a safe emotional space In a world that often demands quick fixes and instant responses, the act of simply being present is a rare and precious gift. Silence allows the person venting to feel seen and heard without the pressure of conforming to solutions or expectations. It creates a bubble of emotional safety where they can express their true selves without fear of judgment or correction. This safety is essential for building trust and fostering deeper connections. Silence during venting also demonstrates emotional intelligence. It reflects an understanding that emotions are not always logical and that they often need to be expressed before they can be resolved. By choosing silence, you show that you are attuned to their needs, that you recognize the value of letting emotions run their course. This awareness is a sign of maturity and empathy, as it prioritizes their emotional well-being over the impulse to fix or advise. Another benefit of silence is that it allows you to process your own thoughts and emotions before responding. Venting can sometimes trigger personal reactions, especially if the person's words touch on sensitive topics or unresolved issues. By staying silent, you give yourself the space to reflect on your own feelings and to ensure that your eventual response is thoughtful and supportive. This self-awareness is crucial for maintaining healthy and constructive communication, as it prevents reactive or defensive responses that could escalate tension. Silence is also a powerful tool for maintaining balance in the conversation. When someone is venting, they may feel overwhelmed by their emotions and their words may come out in a rush. Interjecting with advice or commentary can disrupt their flow and derail the conversation. Silence, however, allows them to maintain control of their narrative. It gives them the freedom to express themselves fully, without the fear of being interrupted or redirected. This balance is essential for creating an environment where they feel truly supported and understood. Silence in the face of criticism is a profound act of self-restraint and emotional intelligence. Criticism, whether constructive or harsh, often feels deeply personal, striking at the core of our vulnerabilities. The immediate instinct is to respond, to defend oneself, or to counterattack. Yet, reacting hastily often escalates the situation, leading to regret and misunderstanding. Silence, on the other hand, creates space, a pause that allows for reflection, self-awareness, and deliberate action. Criticism can be difficult to process because it challenges our perception of ourselves. It forces us to confront flaws, shortcomings, or differences in perspective that may feel uncomfortable. In these moments, silence becomes a shield, protecting us from reacting impulsively and giving us the time to evaluate the critique objectively. By choosing silence, we separate ourselves from the initial emotional impact, creating room to assess whether the feedback is valid or simply a reflection of the critic's biases or emotions. Silence in response to criticism is not an admission of guilt or weakness. It is a demonstration of strength and maturity. It shows that you are confident enough in your own identity to remain unshaken by others' opinions. It reflects a deep understanding that not every piece of feedback requires an immediate response, and that true strength lies in the ability to pause and reflect before speaking. This kind of restraint not only preserves your dignity, but also commands respect, as it demonstrates control over your emotions and actions. When faced with criticism, silence provides an opportunity to listen fully. Often, criticism contains valuable insights, even when it is delivered poorly. By choosing not to react immediately, you allow yourself to focus on the content of the critique rather than its delivery. This focus enables you to extract any constructive elements that can contribute to your growth while discarding negativity that does not serve you. Silence allows you to approach criticism with curiosity rather than defensiveness, transforming it from a potential source of conflict into an opportunity for learning. Silence also creates a pause that can shift the dynamics of the interaction. When you do not react to criticism, you deny it the power to provoke you. This disarms the critic, removing the tension that might otherwise escalate into an argument. In the absence of a defensive response, the critic may even begin to reconsider their approach or reflect on the fairness of their feedback. Your silence in this way acts as a catalyst for a more thoughtful and constructive dialogue. In moments of criticism, silence offers protection, not just from external conflict, but from internal turmoil. Criticism has the potential to trigger feelings of insecurity, frustration, or anger, emotions that can cloud judgment and lead to regrettable actions. Silence allows you to process these emotions without letting them dictate your response. It gives you time to understand your own feelings, to separate the emotional reaction from the rational evaluation of the situation. This clarity is essential for responding with grace and integrity, ensuring that your actions align with your values. Through silence, you demonstrate a willingness to prioritize understanding over immediate validation. Criticism, whether justified or not, often stems from the critic's own experiences, expectations, or frustrations. By remaining silent, you create space to consider their perspective, to empathize with their intentions, and to gain a fuller understanding of the context. This perspective taking does not mean accepting all criticism as valid, but it allows you to approach it with an open mind and a balanced view. Silence also serves as a reminder that your worth is not defined by others' opinions. Criticism can be a powerful tool for growth, but it does not have the power to diminish your value unless you allow it to. By choosing silence, you affirm your confidence in your own self-worth, refusing to let external judgments dictate how you see yourself. This inner strength is a powerful message, one that speaks louder than any defensive words could. In addition to protecting your emotional well-being, silence in the face of criticism helps maintain harmony in relationships. Reacting impulsively to criticism can strain connections, creating unnecessary tension or conflict. Silence, however, fosters a sense of respect and calm, allowing both parties to approach the conversation with a clear head. It shows that you are willing to listen and consider their feedback, even if you ultimately disagree. This approach builds trust and strengthens the foundation of mutual understanding, creating a healthier and more productive dynamic. Another benefit of silence is the time it affords for self-reflection. Criticism, even when harsh, can reveal areas for growth or improvement. By remaining silent, you give yourself the opportunity to evaluate the feedback honestly, identifying what is useful and discarding what is not. This process of introspection is essential for personal and professional development, as it transforms criticism into a stepping stone rather than an obstacle. Silence also protects your energy. Engaging with every piece of criticism can be exhausting, especially when it comes from a place of negativity or misunderstanding. Not all criticism is worth addressing, and silence allows you to set boundaries, deciding where to invest your time and attention. By choosing silence, you conserve your energy for the feedback that truly matters, focusing on what will help you grow and ignoring what will not. In moments of criticism, silence can also inspire self-awareness in the critic. When faced with a non-reactive response, they may begin to reflect on their own words, considering whether their feedback was fair, constructive, or necessary. This reflection can lead to a more meaningful conversation, one grounded in mutual respect and understanding. Silence, in this way, becomes a tool for fostering deeper connections and encouraging more thoughtful communication. Silence, in moments of conflict and gossip, is an act of profound emotional intelligence and self-control. When tensions rise, the instinct to speak often takes over, driven by the need to defend, assert, or counter. Yet, words spoken in the heat of conflict often fuel the fire, escalating misunderstandings and prolonging discord. Gossip, too, thrives on engagement, drawing participants into cycles of negativity that harm relationships and reputations. Choosing silence in such moments is not an act of passivity, but a deliberate strategy to diffuse tension, preserve dignity, and protect one's peace. Conflict has a way of distorting perspectives, narrowing focus onto grievances while amplifying emotional responses. In the midst of such intensity, speaking impulsively often leads to regret, as words spoken in anger or frustration rarely achieve resolution. Silence, however, introduces a pause, a moment to breathe, reflect, and recalibrate. This pause prevents emotional reactions from taking control and creates space for thoughtful responses. Silence does not ignore the conflict. It transforms it by refusing to contribute to its escalation. It is a choice to prioritize resolution over retaliation, understanding over argument. The power of silence in conflict lies in its ability to shift dynamics. When one party chooses not to engage in a heated exchange, it disrupts the cycle of aggression, diffusing tension and inviting reflection. Silence serves as a signal that you value composure and thoughtful communication over reactive outbursts. It demonstrates emotional control, showing that you are capable of managing your feelings even in challenging situations. This restraint not only de-escalates conflict, but also sets the tone for a more constructive and respectful dialogue. Silence in conflict is also a statement of integrity. It communicates that you are unwilling to compromise your values or engage in harmful behavior, even when provoked. By choosing not to retaliate or contribute to negativity, you uphold a standard of respect and self-respect. This integrity strengthens your position, as it shows that you are guided by principles rather than impulses. Silence becomes a way of maintaining your moral compass, protecting your character, and demonstrating strength through restraint. In moments of gossip, silence serves as a powerful antidote to negativity. Gossip thrives on participation, drawing energy from those who engage in it. By choosing silence, you remove yourself from the cycle, refusing to contribute to the spread of harmful or unverified information. This choice protects not only the subject of the gossip, but also your own integrity, signaling that you value kindness and truth over idle chatter. Silence in these moments is a stand against divisiveness, a commitment to fostering positivity and respect. Silence in gossip is not merely about refraining from speech. It is about setting boundaries and redirecting energy toward more meaningful interactions. When you choose not to engage, you create space for conversations that uplift rather than tear down. Your silence encourages others to reflect on their words, challenging the norms that perpetuate gossip and negativity. It is a quiet but powerful way to influence the dynamics of social interactions, steering them toward greater empathy and understanding. Choosing silence in conflict and gossip also protects your peace. Engaging in heated arguments or negative conversations drains emotional energy, leaving you feeling unsettled and disconnected. Silence serves as a shield, allowing you to remain grounded and centered amidst the chaos. It is a way of saying, I will not allow this situation to disrupt my inner balance. This commitment to peace fosters resilience, enabling you to navigate challenges with strength and clarity. For instance, imagine a workplace scenario where colleagues speculate about a coworker's absence. By choosing not to join the conversation, you preserve your integrity and subtly signal that such discussions are unproductive. Your silence can shift the group's energy, redirecting attention toward more constructive topics. The discipline of silence in these moments reflects a deeper understanding of communication and its impact. It acknowledges that not every conflict needs to be resolved immediately and that some situations benefit from time and distance. Silence allows emotions to settle, perspectives to broaden, and solutions to emerge organically. It teaches patience, reminding us that wisdom often lies in waiting for the right moment to speak or act. In the end, silence emerges as a profound teacher and guide, offering pathways to self-reflection and personal growth. It is in the quiet moments that we gain clarity, uncovering truths about ourselves and the world around us. Silence teaches us to pause, to breathe, and to think before acting, allowing us to make decisions rooted in wisdom rather than impulse. By embracing silence, we cultivate patience and resilience, learning to navigate life's challenges with greater depth and understanding. Silence is not just a response, it is an expression of empowerment and grace. It reflects confidence in one's own values and choices, demonstrating emotional intelligence and a commitment to maintaining composure under pressure. It is a statement that one's worth is not tied to constant explanation or justification. Silence speaks volumes, conveying strength, dignity, and an unwavering sense of self. As we integrate the power of silence into our lives, we discover its transformative potential. It fosters growth, strengthens relationships, and nurtures inner peace. In a world often filled with noise, silence offers the rare opportunity to listen, not only to others, but to ourselves. It is through this listening that we find balance, purpose, and the wisdom to create a life of intentionality and connection. In its stillness, silence truly becomes a superpower.